G'day, my name is Tom. This is the Tafflash YouTube channel. Welcome back to some more OMSI 2. Last time we checked out the City Bus 628C and 628G. Now, I wasn't expecting to do a review so soon, but we have a brand new DLC bus available, and that is this. This is the Irisbus Intercity Pack, or with a bunch of Iveco. So, you get 7 buses of this pack. We are going to be checking out 4 today, because there are some differences between each one. Actually, no, we'll check out 3 actually, because the 4th one's pretty similar to this one. And yeah, so we might as well start with this one. This is the Arway 12-meter bus. It's the only 12-meter. This is the only. It's my obviously having a bit of an issue today. Do apologise if it lags today. This is the Arway 12-meter automatic bus. It's part of the like regional bus, I guess, package or something like that. And anyway, let's get started. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like down below. If you stopped by for the first time, please subscribe. I've stuffed up my angles already. Anyway, so let's get started. So this is a 2-door model with 2 axles. Or is it a 3-door? That's 2-door. And yeah, so in terms of interactivity, you can open some windows, which we will do because this bus is fairly quiet. This is the back. You can open up the window. I've opened up the door. Unfortunately, the actual there's no modelling in the engine bay, which is kind of disappointing considering this bus cost. That I'll find out really quickly. Oh, it's going to lag again. That's why. Maybe not a good idea to find out. I don't think it will say because I've bought it already. Oh, $28.45 for this bus. When you get 7 buses. So if that's really equivalent to. So if you do 28, 7, 14. No, 7, 14, 20. That would be $4 per bus, pretty much, roughly. And yeah, you can open up the window on the inside. Yeah. So in terms of interactivity, it looks like you can only open the windows. You can't open your thing at the top. Which, if you see my city bus review, that's probably about the same. And that bus is about $1 per bus. Anyway, in terms of the interior, so we've got this very nice looking, what's very nice lagginess. Oh, I can't wait to get this. I should be getting this computer fixed before Christmas because I've thought it's yeah, which I'll definitely do. I'll be ordering my parts this week. Anyway, so we got like this wood flooring, and you got that. Do we have a stop sign? No, we do not. Unless this is a stop sign there. Yeah, we do. So let's quickly check. You can see that. Yeah, you can't press it. It's alright, we can't press it. Anyway, so very nice interior. Can you interact with these? No, you cannot. You can't do anything with things. And yeah, pretty basic. So interior. It looks pretty nice. Obviously, you got seat belts per each passenger because it's a coach. And yeah. Now we'll probably be comparing this bus mostly to the Evadys because that's this other bus that this author has made. So in terms of the interior, in terms of the dashboard, which is where you're going to be sitting potentially, unless you drive the bus on the outside, which you can do. In terms of the dashboard, this is what it looks like. It looks pretty nice, honestly. Anyway, let's go for the left. So you have your, I don't even know what these do. I fancy raising and lowering. Then you have your, can't click on that, can't click on that. Parking brake is right there. Then you have, I think that's for your blind. I think that's kept, I don't know what that does. Some air conditioning stuff right there. Then you got your auxiliary heater. You got your retarder to disabler. You got your mirrors, which turn on. Window divestors. Oh, I don't know what that does, and it's going to lag again. Give it a second. Where is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. There's your starter on off. Then you have your vistas, like I said. Reverse light, I'm guessing that's reverse disabler. So if you press reverse, it won't do the buzzer. That's your battery kill switch. Some more lights there. And yeah, you got some more lights there which you can't click on. Oh, yeah, you can. That's your fog lights. I think that's your Iveco system there for your route stuff. And yeah. Anyway, coming in here, this is your dashboard. Very simple setup, just like the Evadys. You have your speedo, which is in, looks like in kilometers an hour, up to 130 kilometers an hour. Fuel gauge, temperature gauge, and speedo, and you've got information display here, which we might be able to flick through in a moment. Air conditioning controls right there. We've got tachograph and stereo, and more air conditioning controls there. So there's a lot of air conditioning controls, and there's your door opening and shutting right there. This bus is an automatic, so yeah. Let's just wait for it to finish loading, of course, and then we have our automatic transmission there, and our seatbelt, which doesn't work, unlike the Iveco Evadys, which you have to put your seatbelt on, otherwise it dings at you. So I think the Evadys is still a better bus in terms of features. To start it up, we'll turn the electronics on, so we can have a look what happens when we turn the electronics on. So we press the electrics button, which is either E button or whatever you set to your steering wheel for electricity on and off. So we're going to press the A button on my steering wheel, and then it turns on the bus, it does its checks, and out comes the dashboard. This one's done about 840,000 Ks apparently, which is correct, 844,000 Ks. And in fact, it actually matches on my dashboard for the first time ever. So about the same. And it's done 21,000 hours. It's got a light there saying that my down the mirror of the mister's on. Well, let's go see if we can flip through this really quickly. I know I did beepings on the way. So you got your brake pressure there, your trip meter, your regional stuff, which I don't think I can change, your AdBlue, and yeah, we'll put it onto that one for now. You can't do anything there. And you can't do anything there. It doesn't have cruise control like the Evadys does. Unfortunately, I was going to put that in. Let's need to turn that on somehow, yeah, power. So you turn that on. Present card. There we go. Press tick. There we go. This is not an effect, I don't know what that means. Anyway, we're ready to start up now before we flick through all the electronics. We'll just, actually before we do, let's listen to the horn. Once the game decides to respond. So this is the horn. Wiper motion. Yep, it does the suicide wipers, I like to call them. Okay, and now we're ready to start. So all you have to do is pull down the starter button. So that'd be for your M key. Whatever you set your M key to on your steering wheel. For me, it's my Xbox button. So starter. Actually, no, we'll do lights. There's your lights, and we'll start up the bus. And there we go. It's running. It's very quiet. Unfortunately, I'll just go quickly get rid of that buzzer because that's really annoying. You can't always set the throttle either, I like the Evadys. So let's listen to this. Yeah, like I said, it's fairly quiet. It's still pretty quiet with the all four windows open. Okay, let's just floor it. Okay, there we go. The buzzing stopped. Oh yeah, that's oil pressure as well. Watch that come up. I think it's up as far as it goes. Cool. I can flick this to if do that. So we turn the parking brake off. Our bus warms up very quickly, as you see in the top left here. At the very top it says climate in bus. Temp is -3, whilst the temperature is -60. So I'm gonna put it to drive. There we go. We're in drive now. This is the thing that needs to be fixed the most. If you're watching developer, why is this like this? Why does that should be a release thing if it's not fixed? Watch this. Once it stop lagging. Once it stops lagging, we'll get going. But I really like how it sounds on all that stuff. I'm glad it's another Iveco though, because there's not much Iveco buses. I really like the Iveco's interior for some reason. Okay, we're lagging? Yeah, we're not. This is the thing that needs to fix the most. If I go full throttle, watch this. We're in first gear currently. Yeah, we're still in first gear. See how long that took? That was pathetic. And we're in second gear now. We should be probably more like third. That was pathetic. That was a very long shift. So, if you're looking for an automatic bus, and if that's an issue, don't buy this bus yet. No, it's getting fixed, I'm pretty sure. But really, it shouldn't have that problem. Because if you look at the city bus, for example, the city bus was perfect. Like, obviously you had the 4-speed, 5-speed, 6-speed automatic, so they all drove differently and perfectly. Once the game stops lagging, we'll turn to the left, turn left. We're indicating? Here we are. Indicators work well. That's good. Okay, I don't hear the sound, but so the differences between each bus is the seating configuration, I would say. Because there's actually a couple. If you look at the Steam page, yeah, you can hear it. Okay, let's go full flop and floor it. But yeah, you can hear it. It should have shifted by about now-ish. But it doesn't shift until now. It's weird. It is weird. That's why it's a little bit slow, because it takes a while to get out of first gear. That's for the automatic. There is a manual option which we will test out with the other two buses that we're going to check out. But it's weird. It's with the other one too. There's also a high value edition which is automatic and also has air conditioning as standard. So some buses don't have air conditioning. Let's go punch it a little bit to get up to 60. But when you're driving it out of that gear, yeah, it's normal. Like, that's not how a bus drives, or any automatic transmission bus drives. If it was a fourth gearbox, obviously you've seen me drive some fourth gearboxes before. They go up to 2000 and shift straight away. Because for it does kick down quite nicely though. And shift. That when it's in full throttle too, it actually takes forever again. It's like a CVT in a way, which is stupid. There we go. And this does have a gear indicator which works. But you rarely need fourth gear in this bus at the moment, unless they fix the transmission, which when they do, yeah, you'll definitely be using fourth gear a lot. But it's stupid. So as you can see, it let us know what our average speed is. I'm pretty sure temperature condition. It says. But I'll switch it in so I can show you when the gears change. So see, we're still in first gear. Pretty good with the U-turning. But then yeah. See, we're in second gear. That's how long it takes to get out of first gear. I don't think that's how it's meant to drive. If it is, then this bus in real life would not be that great. But I will have it on that setting now so you can see what gears we're in. Anyway, so we're going to get up to 50 km an hour, and then we'll do a lap around the thing, then we'll do a top speed test to see how fast it gets with top speed, and then we'll be switching to the second bus, which will be a manual. Which will be so much better. And also too, if you're not using as much throttle, you should be in the next gear now. Let's go. It's not the fastest bus though. It isn't. Again, it's gonna hold for a little couple of seconds. As the game lags. I'm sorry if it lags so much. I have to restart my computer to fix that, and I'm not going to do that right now. Which is annoying. Okay, so we're in fourth gear now for some reason. Okay, first corner. Not bad. It doesn't drive badly though. Once it gets going, it's just that first gear. is the issue. Once it gets going, it's actually a nice driving bus. There we go, that's through Chicago, back on the runway. Yeah, again, see how it took a while to get out of second, and it hasn't even got out of second yet. But yeah, that's just the thing that they've got to fix is the scripting. Change the shifting, even probably even add a ZF option if they did come up with ZF back in the day. Okay, it's loading again, so do apologise, hope it doesn't take too long. But yeah. See, we should be revving up there now. It's like we're spinning, in a way. So see what I mean? Like when it gets when you're flooring it, it doesn't shift until for a very long time, which is not what a bus is meant to drive like. But the buses I go on don't rev like that high. When I used to go to the city, which I don't now. By the way, I did mention yesterday's video, but not many people watched it. Every Saturday we're going to play a game from the place I studied at, and we're going to check it out and see what what it has to include. And yeah, because it was our 17-week production, why not do that? That might allow those people to get some downloads. And yeah, because obviously my game, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, I released my game, Day Bellum, to the public. So if you want to go ahead and download it, please go ahead. That's with my team. I was an artist on that team, and yeah, it was such a good game to me. I call it my game, even though it's really my team's game, but yeah, there we go. That was our laps. So now we're going to go take it to do a top speed test. I'm not expecting it to do very well. We haven't hit the top speed yet, anyway. I'm not expecting to do the very well to get up to the top speed because of the transmission. And then we'll jump into a manual and see how that goes and see what the difference is when we do that. But the Arway is only available in an automatic. But yeah, but really, that transmission needs to be fixed. So if you're listening, Waldorfer, please get that fixed ASAP, because for a DLC bus to have issues like that, this bus is not really drivable, like doing city roads or something like that. Because that's what this bus is made for, is to do roads. But anyway, has the engine warmed up? I don't know, not really. But yeah. I mean, other than the transmission, I mean, this bus is pretty much good. I mean, it's probably just as the same quality as the Evadys. So now, the Evadys will, if you haven't seen my review of the Evadys, I'll put that link in the description as well, just below the games that I have made. That's going to be permanently linked in the description below, as well. Yeah. Oh, it has warmed up, but my dash doesn't work. So I'm going to turn off the engine. So we'll make that noise and then we'll start the engine back up. Can't wait for all the lights to go off and everything like that. Yeah, because we've got a lot of lights on there. I mean, I can even see a glow plug light, but the glow plug light's not functional. I started to... Okay, there we go. And start up. And you have to hold the button down until it starts. So if you don't do that, I'll just restart the ignition. That's alright. Oh, right, oh wait. Let me try it again. Oh no, you even don't have to hold down the engine button, which is like... I mean, you do sometimes, though. Alright. Put it to drive, floor it, and go. Alright, here we go. Very slow launch. Because of how bad this transmission is. Okay, there we go into second already. Third gear. I don't know why it's shifting so early. I've got my throttle into full. It just shifted so early, man. Just wait for the game to finish lagging. Obviously, I'm going to wipe free runway. Just going to quickly do that. Because it's not shifted correctly. Right, we're at 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Okay, that's where it's going to stop. So it pretty much has a limited top speed. I just want to see if it's going to shift up. No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. Alright, so 99.6 we got. Right, we'll go ahead and park it, and then we'll go grab V, but then I'll cut the recording as soon as we park it. But yeah, you can see that there's some work that needs to be done. But overall, I think this bus is actually not too bad. But for $28 though, for an automatic bus that drives like that, we'll have a further discussion in a moment. I think there's also some issues with the mirrors that I've read in the other reviews. So I'll go have a quick look at the mirrors and see what that looks like. Right, let's do that. But yeah. Okay, now it's working, my dashboard. I don't see any issues with the mirrors, so it must be the person's actual game that's having that issue. Yeah, those mirrors look fine. Anyway, I'll go turn off the engine, and then we'll move on to the next bus, which is, I will reveal what that is. So, let's do that now. Once it stops lagging. There we go. So, we just had the Iveco Arways. Now we are in the Crossway. This one has three variations. There's the 10.6 metre one, which is what we're in. We have the 12 metre and the 12.8 metre. We chose the 10.6, so it's easy to choose. Easy to tell what bus is what. So we have the Crossway logo on the side there. And yeah, this is more for the peri-urban bus. It's got like luggage rack and stuff like that. Or that's more of a coach. Like an intercity coach. It's more regional. Yeah, that one's more aimed for the regional. This one's more towards the urban bus, like peri-urban or whatever it is. And have 2 doors again, 2 axles. Very similar but on the outside to the other bus, except we do not have air conditioning or an automatic transmission. This one's actually a manual transmission. Yeah, very, very small bus. I would have to say myself. That's what she said. Yeah, it's more like towards like school bus and stuff like that, because obviously you've got the school logo there. In terms of the interior, this one's got a blue interior this time. We've obviously still got seatbelts on the side. Oh, wait for it to stop lagging. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Oh, no, it's not lagging. That's as far as it goes. You can't really interact with anything else. You don't have stop signs on the side of the bus or anything like that. You can't open the top fee. No, let me open up all the windows again. It will sound the same though. All buses have the Cursor 8. I think it's like 300 something horsepower. So when we testing, obviously the let me say I could do like laps. Okay, yeah, it is lagging now. But so this is like the smallest bus we'll have. Anyway, let's see what we got on the dashboard, because it's the same interior. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Obviously, it doesn't have the big air conditioning unit there. Manual transmission, like I said. Little bit different interior, but not that much different. Very dirty by the looks of things. Like, that looks very dirty. Anyway, we'll start this one up and get going. So, okay, it doesn't have that buzzing noise, which is good. And start her up. There we go. Open that so we can actually hear the engine. Now, just to show you, this is animated. So we got top left is first, second, third, fourth, fifth will come in a minute once it wants to load. But I had to restart my game because I was actually reading to see what the difference is, and then I couldn't click out of it, so I had to restart my game. So I had to redo the. So that's a different bus over there. 6, and then we've got reverse. What if I press this? We'll turn off the fan, which I'm going to turn off. And yeah, so that's that. So then I can let off the clutch and then, yeah, do that. So, parking brake off. Okay, again, same features on the dashboard. Just, yeah, it's exactly the same. So we'll keep it on that. It's the exactly same bus, just smaller. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining, because there is some variation. Okay, lights. Okay, it's still a lot of lights on. First gear. Actually, I'll show you the dashboard, actually. Just to show you, like, because it also has a, like, tells you what gear you're in and everything like that, which some buses do, some buses don't do that. Like, it gives you, like, a gear indicator, like, to tell you what gear you're in. So I'll just go ahead and flip that back, actually. So we're neutral now, so if I let off the clutch and start moving. There you go. Just like the Evadys, it does that. So there we go. It's not a bad transmission for this gear. This transmission's not too bad. Like you can rep about 1500, and then you have to shift. So we're at full volume, so you can actually hear it. So when that patch comes out, I'll re-review just the automatic one because I think the manual is just perfect. We should be going 50 here, so we'll just go into 6 gears. It is a 6-speed manual. But it's got like a gear indicator, which is pretty cool. You don't, like I said, you don't see that often on buses. The only bus I think I remember seeing, the only 2 buses I remember seeing it was the EAG E95, which we've already reviewed on the channel ages ago, back last year. Okay. And yeah. And yeah, so yeah, we've already checked that out. I think I had the gear indicator. I don't 100% remember. I think it did though. So we're starting in 2nd gear. Obviously it's at 6 now. Let's just put it to neutral so it resets itself, because it doesn't detect what gear you're in until you're actually off the clutch. So let's see if we can start 2nd. Yeah, I'd say so. There we go. Very nice bus to drive. Okay, let's put it to 6 because we're actually at the speed limit. If we put it to 6, I mean, yeah, we're actually at 800 up here. I mean, we could still, it's still pretty good for the speed limit. But if you want, you could put it in 4th, but no, you could put it in 5th. If you want to stay in the talk band. But I'm going to actually leave it in 4th. Because we're about to come to the now leave it in 5th. So we'll go around the roundabout. It's all clear. So now we'll go around just like so. Just to test the handling around the roundabout. Obviously that's important. Okay, let's put it in 4th. Just grab it. Get up to 60. It didn't even go in gear. There we go. Now we're going to do a 6th gear launch just to see if it actually starts in 6th gear. But yeah, this is actually a real, and I was testing turning circle of the 10.6 metre, of course. So I think there's only 3 sizes of every bus you can choose. So for the Arway, it's only the 12.8 metre, no, the 12 metre version. For this is the obviously the 10.8 metre. There's also 12 and 12.8, and I think the other one is also 12 and 12.8. So it's only three different buses really. So yeah, we'll do a quick check on see if we can start at 6. So let's go ahead and put it to neutral so we can slow down. Even though you don't really have to put it to neutral to slow down this bus. And there we go, 6th gear, full throttle. Away we go. So in an automatic, if you saw earlier, we would normally merge it on the freeway. Okay, we're moving, yeah, we're moving still. But you can start at 6, but you need to lift the clutch off slowly. Slower than you did. Than I did. So I would say probably around about 30, you can probably release the clutch all the way. But yeah, you can absolutely drive this bus starting from 6th gear if you wanted to. Just like in the Evadys you could. Because the Evadys is one of my favourite buses from this game. Like 3 buses. Yeah, there we go, that just drops down there. And we'll be fine, so let's put it to 4th. There we go. Little sweet. Anyway, let's go do a quick U-turn. There's our other bus there, which is actually dead cold. So now we're going to go ahead and do a quick U-turn. So tomorrow's video, we are going to be finally checking out a new ATS truck. That is the Freightliner Cascadia or whatever it is. The new Freightliner. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Make sure you do tune into this channel tomorrow night. Same time tomorrow night, 6:20 PM Australian Central Daylight Time, I believe we're in. Or is it daylight or standard time? I think we're in standard time now. I get confused. I think we're in standard daylight time actually. I think we're in daylight savings. Until April. I get confused. I think we are in daylight time. Yeah, okay, not too bad. Probably about the same as the 12.8, honestly. Which is not good. Right, we'll do a 50 roll. In 4th gear. Actually, we're doing 3rd. Well, we could. Like a 4-speed. Here we go. Much faster. Like, the manuals are much faster. Because obviously you can rev up whenever and shift whenever you want. But this will have the same top speed, but probably faster acceleration. Okay, first quarter. But nah, I think if you're getting this bus, I recommend the manual transmission option. I mean, the automatic is kind of sort of junky, honestly. Once it wants to load it, yours won't load like this. It's just because my computer's old, and I always like leaving my computer running on at night because there's no point turning it off. Granted, you're going to use it the next day. Because I use it to make videos, play other games. I've been into Car Trader Simulator recently. If you want to see a Let's Play Car Trader Simulator, let me know down in the comments below. I mean, I'm up to mission 4 currently of the lawful stuff. Because I'm actually working with the police. With my one. But if you want to see, like, I don't know, a sandbox game mode or something like that, because it's a sandbox game mode. There we go. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. But if you really want to drive the automatic version, I'll just wait for the patch, honestly. Because it's not worth it. Get through the tyres, get back onto the runway at 100. Yeah, this one goes about the same speed. And there we go. Across the line. Right now. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do a top speed test. 0 to 100, see how fast it goes. And yeah, go from there. And the horn is the same horn. Obviously that's what it's the same. Everything's the same except for the size. That's pretty much what it is. But yeah. Obviously, you can put it in neutral, but for shifting gears you need the clutch. Unless you have auto clutch on. I guess if you have auto clutch on, it might need the clutch. Anyway, let's see how we go. Full throttle in 3, 2, 1, let go. We're not in first gear. Oh, we are. I have to redo that launch because of because of the lag. Okay, we didn't move, that's alright. Okay, 3, 2, 1, leg off. Already faster. Off the line because of how bad that automatic transmission is. Now there is a high value version of the Crossway, but we're not going to check that out because it's very similar to the Arway in a way, because it has the automatic transmission, and it also has the other thing whilst the rest of the buses are manual. So we're not going to be checking out that bus. Okay, we're almost there. We're actually almost there. There we go. Good stuff. So, slam on the brakes. Put it to neutral. So we'll install it. To see where it stops at. There we go, full emergency stop, as Carwell would say it. And then we'll go ahead and see if it will move on its own. Yeah, there we go. We'll move on its own. There we go. That is the Crossway 10.8 meter. So now we're going to get into. I think there's one more bus we're going to check out, which is I think it's I believe so. If it's not, I will say we're going to do a fourth bus. There we go. Let's pull in, just like so. So that is the 10.8 meter Crossway. I'll turn off the engine and then we'll shift to the last bus we're going to check out. So I'll see you then. Now, I did get it wrong. The actual Crossway was a 10.6 meter, so we have a 10.6 meter and 12 meter, and this is the 12.8 meter variant of the Iveco. There was also a 12 meter variant of this bus, and this is the 12.8 meter. So again, it's very similar to the other 12 meter bus. I think the door is a little bit further back, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, looking at it, looks pretty clean. Very simple. It doesn't have air conditioning as well. I don't think there was an air conditioning version of the Iveco. If I open up the new bus, sorry, this is going to get a little bit different really quickly. This is for the school bus. This is a school bus. So maximum pattern with light interior design, 2 school type seats. That would be perfect for us. So this is to say out of this is the school bus. This one, this is the school bus. So you can see like the pattern. It looks like a school bus. What a school bus would have. So because it has like the most seats, everything like that. Obviously, with school buses, you need to have a lot of seats for people to sit on and behave themselves. Obviously, because obviously that would be a problem in the. But yeah. But yeah, so definitely colourful interior. We'll compare it to the blue interior that was in the Crossway, and I believe it was like a dark black interior in the Arway. So yeah, very nice looking bus, very colourful design. Obviously, it goes to show it is a school bus, but the interior, once again, is exactly the same. It is the same 6-speed manual, no air conditioning in this one. And yeah, so we'll just start it back up, and then we'll do the lap, and then, because I think this bus is going to be a bit heavier, so obviously, we'll see how we go. Start the bus up, we've got the buzzer on this time. We'll just open up this window this time, because that's probably the best for sound. But yeah, again, same engine, same 345 horsepower motor. Okay, it's lagging again. Do apologise for the lag. It hasn't done it that much, but it is still pretty laggy. The constant freezes. Looks like the window doesn't open in this one. Okay, interesting. Alright, we'll get into it. So, take the parking brake off, first gear. Let's go. Again, drives exactly the same as the 10.6 Crossway. Same gear ratios. But yeah, just drives exactly the same. So let's get on with it. I'll just wait for my that buzzing to stop. Do apologise if that annoys you. It'll go away in a moment. It will go away. Hopefully. Do apologise if it annoys you. I'm just waiting for the lag to stop. I'm just looking at my microphone because I'm talking to it. And yeah. So we'll be only doing two videos a week from now on. Until the end of the year. Until I've finished all the the indicators. But yeah, because on Saturdays I've changed to playing all of the games from my second year group out of my campus. But no. Make sure you have it. If you haven't downloaded it already, make sure you have. Oh, I've stuffed that up. Alright, let's see if we can stuff it a second from here. I've stuffed that up. I started from second gear. First gear. Yes, you can start for a second. I mean, really, you don't. I mean, really, you don't have to because I don't have to because I've already tested it. But hey. But I stuffed it up. I started in first gear, so I had to redo that. But because this is a different bus, we'll test it anyway. But yeah, but it drives pretty nicely though. The manual transmission bus. If you're wanting this to download and purchase this bus for $28 and 45 cents Australian, drive the manual ones first until the automatic gets patched. I will re-review the automatic bus by itself. I'll review both the high value and the and also the Arway when the auto patch is out, because I know that's coming out soon, because that's the most complained thing is the automatic transmission. Yeah, so I will be reviewing that once that patch comes out. I believe it might be out next week, so that might be next Sunday's video. So it could end up being we might not be able to finish the OMSI 2 season. So I might, because obviously tomorrow's ATS, so we'll be playing ATS, checking out the new Freightliner that just came out, which means I think we've all got all the the American brands, so it means there's a lot of trucks available out there. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's anything missing. So we've got Peterbilt, we've got Kenworth, we've got all that other stuff there. But obviously that's not this game, we're obviously focusing on this game today. So ATS will be tomorrow, Tuesday will be Tower Salem, Wednesday will be the next OMSI Compulsory Drive, and then Thursday will be the next OMSI 2, next Tower Salem video. Friday will be Flight Simulator Friday, which we're going to finally do the next leg of flying in Japan. Right, we'll go here, just before that bus. But yeah, look how tiny it is. Like, look how tiny that bus is. Right, we'll just go from A. Turn off. There you go. Okay, let's see if it actually has a different thing. But obviously we have ATS tomorrow, so it'll be a pretty decently long video tomorrow. Tuesday will be Tower Salem, and as I'm not longer at my class anymore for the rest of the year because I'm finished. Okay, not bad. Not bad, I think I actually did even. But yeah, it actually drives very nicely. But that's for the manual. Now, am I going to do a lap? Nah, let's not, because I've already done a lap in the 10.8 meter and did pretty well. I've also done an acceleration, so and it feels like it drives very similar, so we'll go park it here. And then we can cover the pros and cons of this bus, so we can wrap up this video very quickly, so otherwise I'm going to miss my time to upload it. So, that was the Iveco Irisbus Intercity Pack. We've checked out 3 of the 7 buses, the 3 main different ones, the Arway, the Crossway, and the Recrero. We obviously have the Arway is for like intercity stuff, and we also have the urban stuff with the Crossway, and this bus is mainly for school buses. So there's actually a lot of buses to choose from. So let's go through the pros and cons. And we're going to start with the pros. The manual transmission drives nice, shifts nice, and everything like that too. There's lots of versions that you want to try out. Like every version is different to size, and it has like different interior combinations, everything like that. And number 3, I think this bus is really well detailed, especially for the fact that it's a payware. It's average for a payware. I mean, whilst the freeware Evadys would be payware spec. So that's that. Now the cons. Number 1, the automatic transmission is the worst transmission I've ever driven on an OMSI 2 bus. That will get fixed in the future, I'm pretty sure. I think that's only it. I think everything else I really, really like. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 at the moment. Do I recommend it? If you're an automatic bus driver, if you prefer driving automatics, then absolutely not. I won't recommend it. But if you like driving manual buses, or then yes, I would recommend it, because there's only 2 automatics. There's about 5 manuals for you to choose. All 6-speed manuals. And also, number 2, our con would be the lack of variation like on the outside. I mean, there's no way of telling, except for looking at the badge, what's the difference. Also, the interior could have been a little bit different. Like, it could have had like different dashboards and stuff like that for it. But really, that's what you get from being an Iveco. But yeah, 6 out of 10 still, and I don't recommend it if you're looking for an automatic bus. For the moment, if there's a patch, by the time you're watching this, I would have done a re-review of this bus, and I'll probably leave that in the link in the description down below, as well as like everything else that I need to link, like if you want to purchase it. If you want to purchase it, if you're looking for a good manual bus to drive, this is good. I mean, it's just as good as the Evadys to drive when in manual transmission mode, but the automatic is absolutely junk. It's kind of like Chrysler's old automatic transmissions. Yeah, I did say Chrysler. So if you want to purchase this bus, link in the description down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like down below. If you stumbled by for the first time, please subscribe. Go and download my games in the description down below. That is Dave Bellum and Jackpot Dungeons. Those are the links in the description down below. Those are the games I did art for. Please go and download them. I really appreciate it if you do. And let me know what you think of them. Anyway, take care, have a good one. Bye-bye.